Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try this Publix brand Homestyle Beef Pot Roast with seasoned gravy. It looks really good. It is fully cooked, heats in minutes, excellent source of protein, rubbed with seasonings, and no preservatives. This is a 15 ounce or 425 gram meal, and it was $10.99 at Publix because it's a Publix brand. This is refrigerated, so you buy these in the refrigerated section of Publix. I think it was in the big case, not like where the meat section is. It was like in a big case where the family meals and stuff are. So this is what it looks like out of the pouch. And I know you have to remove this, that's why I went ahead and did it. There's 3 servings in the container. 5 ounces, 140 grams is 170 calories. And there's your other info for you. Ingredients, Tammy will have a close-up picture, but there they are if you want them. So you got 2 ways of making this. You can boil it in the bag. So that'd be interesting. Put it in the stove, heat it up in the bag, and just pour it out. Or you can do it in the microwave, which is what we're going to do. And you can freeze this. You just have to thaw it out before you actually cook it. So we're going to remove the cardboard sleeve, which I did. Leave the pouch in the tray. Cut 3 slits in the pouch. Microwave of medium power for 6 to 7 minutes. I'll probably just split that in half and do 6.5 minutes at half power. Make sure it's 165 degrees, let it set for 2 minutes before removing from the package and serve. And the product will be very hot. And you may have to adjust your time based on the microwave. So there's the package. What I usually do is I just go in here and I like the flat side up. That way it doesn't leak as bad. If you have the round side up, it tends to leak a lot more. Try to stab it in there and make a little slit. Just try not to cut the bottom if you can. So that just vents it so it doesn't explode on you. And leave it in the package. That way if it leaks, it'll leak in the package. And then we can come back in and cut it open when it comes out. So I'm gonna get it in the microwave. I'll be back. Okay, so here it is out of the microwave. I did let it sit for a couple minutes in the microwave. You can see where it does leak anywhere you cut slits at. So just be aware. It will come out as it bubbles and boils, toils and trouble. Okay. Got to dump this out into this tray. The big thing is when you're, gravy. When you're, okay, that's different than I was expecting. Sorry, I got gravy all over my finger because it leaked. I was expecting smaller, like, chunks, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. It says pot roast. I'm gonna have to look at the picture again because I thought they were in little pieces like this or smaller, but I could be wrong. I could be remembering wrong. I'll look real quick. Okay, I cleaned my mess up. I did want to show you, this is what came with it, and you can see this big hunk of roast and this pretty good size hunk here. This is the picture. That's what I was expecting to be as little pieces. Not that I mind if it's in one solid piece, but it's just, that's what I was expecting. It does say serving suggestions, so that's a way for them to get rid of any lawsuits or anybody complaining about what it looks like different between here and there. But anyway, that's why I got the idea that it was in smaller pieces. I wasn't crazy after all. Okay, so I cut it up into smaller bite-sized pieces, but anyway, I know I wasn't crazy about the picture. I might be crazy, but I wasn't crazy about the picture. I thought that's what I was expecting, was like, where did I get that from? So here's the bite I'm gonna take. I like that they give you a lot of gravy. One of the other meals that I tried, it said it had gravy, but it was just greasy. It wasn't gravy at all. This one actually has gravy in it, so that's nice. That roast is super, super tender. It's like literally fall apart. I pulled it apart with my fork, so I didn't get a knife or anything to cut it. I just pulled it apart with the fork, and it was fall off the bone. No bone in here, but fall apart roast. There you go. It reminds me a lot of the roast that Tammy makes. It's just a regular roast you buy in a grocery store, and she puts it in a crock pot. She doesn't put anything fancy in there. She just puts it in with salt and pepper and lets it go, and it turns out this good too. And it will generate some of its own juice, so you don't even have to make a lot of gravy or anything for it. It's perfectly fine. I like the texture of this. Like I said, it's super tender. When you bite into it, it's just really, really soft and tender roast. The gravy is not overly seasoned. It's got a nice meaty flavor to it, but it's not like they didn't add tons of like different seasonings or spices to really kind of jazz it up. It's just your basic brown gravy, which is not a bad thing. My guess is they put some kind of onion or garlic powder in here because it kind of tastes like that. Salt, seasoning salt, yeah, garlic, onion. It says carrots, but I don't get any of that, of course. The sodium is 440 milligrams for a third, which is not too awfully bad if you ask me. Pretty decent calories wise too. 3 servings and 170 per serving. I don't think that's bad. That's what, that's less than 600 calories. Quite a bit less than 600 calories. So I don't think that's a bad calorie count for what you're getting here. I could definitely eat an entire pot roast by myself because it's you know, really good. I love the good pot roast meaty kind of flavor, and that's what you get from this. I like the textures. Textures are really good. The flavors are really good. Very meaty. I wish they'd put some pieces of onion. I know that it's a sauce. I actually wish they put some peppers and onions in the gravy, and that would have been really nice. So it wouldn't just be meat, it would have had some peppers and onions in there as well. It's really the only thing I have to complain about. If I have to complain about something, I wish they put some actual onions in here. Even onions would have been nice to have that little bit of texture and extra flavor in here. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. You know what? If you add this on top of like egg noodles or something, this would make an excellent meal for 2 people. Probably not 3 like the serving size suggests, but it's just for 2 people. I think this would be plenty if you put it over egg noodles. I think you'd be really happy with that. I'm gonna actually give it a 4.5. I really do like the flavors and the seasonings and just the texture and everything about it. And like I said, throw it on some noodles and it'd be really good. It'd be really nice. You could actually make, if you bought this meal, they probably have another meal of like mashed potatoes or something like that, which I did not get, but I'm sure they do have one. You could even put this with mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese. You wouldn't even have to cook anything, just microwave it all. That'd probably be really good, and it would really go well together, and you would really fill up. You could still probably only get about 2 servings, maybe 3 if you push it, but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I really do like it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.